Welcome to another edition of Tom's 2 Minutes. So happy to be here. I told myself that I wasn't going to be here very late, and I'm not. I'm going to make this video. It's going to be a one-take wonder, and then I am home. I just got back from the tenure party. It was amazing to see the quality of the instructors that received tenure this year, the friendships, the connections that they have made with their administrators and the people on their tenure review committees was inspiring. I have to do admit that there were some tears coming out of my eyes, and it was just really nice to see that and to see us as a community celebrate that. And I thought, man, this is what we need. We need to have this feeling of appreciation and value and community and family all the time. We need to leverage this. That's why we're focusing on feeling valued and some other issues. And so we're going to talk about that. First item, start my timer. Kind of cheated there a little bit. Hope you didn't notice. Started my timer late. Board meeting. We're going to go to the board meeting on Wednesday. We're meeting at the Redwood Grove May 8th. And you can wear black. I'm wearing a Shasta College, looks kind of like a bowling shirt, green, black, and with the Shasta College logo. So if you have some, if you want to wear black, or if you have a Shasta College shirt with the Shasta College logo, even if it's not black, wear that, right? We're going to be there, and it's going to be a positive experience. We're not going there to point fingers or even make mean faces. We're going there, and we're going to talk about how much we appreciate working at Shasta College, and a few people are going to give some suggestions on things that could be improved. And this will be something that will be decided on, is exactly what is going to be said, and we're talking just a handful, but we need bodies there. We need people there. Administration knows we're coming to the board meeting. What we need is 100 people at the board meeting. So come to the board meeting, bring your spouse, bring your family, bring your neighbor, show support for us as a faculty, that we do care, that we do feel it's important to have value, because we know that having that feeling of value and being engaged in what we do and loving it every day is going to make our students better, and it's going to end up having positive outcomes, not only for us and our community and the college, but for our students. Living wage jobs, that's what we are going for. So please, and I'm going to run out of time, but I'm going to ignore that. I talked to I'm sorry, this is going to be a cheat 2 minutes. Delete. Yes. I talked to a faculty today who, said, hey, I was at the meeting. I appreciate what was said. I want to emphasize that it's important that, hey, we are still negotiating this. We need to stay positive. He said, I for one feel like I love my job. I feel like I'm paid well, and my workload is sufficient, and I was so glad. I was so glad, because I don't want anyone to feel like they are overworked. No Shasta College employee should be required to work over 40 hours a week. And I say that because it's happening. And so we talked about how he's in an academic area, general ed type course. I teach CTE, and so I shared with him some of the things that I do as CTE, because in our department sometimes we don't really see what other people are doing on campus, and that's just the way it is sometimes. So I shared a little bit about what I do as a CTE instructor. I know that in other CTE programs, safety, fire, ag, industry, weld, auto, diesel, nursing, dental, all the allied health, ECE, the culinary, all of our CTE programs, we have this load, and maybe it's different, but we are seeing faculty being required to work over 40 hours a week on a regular basis and not getting paid for it, and suffering. Their family, their health is suffering, and I don't want to lose employees, and I don't want faculty to disengage from our main focus of helping students. So this is why we're focusing on this. So my list kind of runs off the page, but I didn't want to make the text any smaller. Redesign our courses every 2 years. I'm CIS, by the way, and industry in the kind of high technology, advanced manufacturing, and electronics and robotics. Okay, Redesign our courses every 2 years. 6 program reviews, 1 area plan with 20 plus initiatives, and we do help on area plans. So CIS, I'd also help with Indy for the things I'm over. I help with business sometimes for the things I'm over. But I'm responsible for, in my department, is 1 area plan. We have advisory committee meetings. Those are local industry that we have to meet with. Perkins grant requests. If I don't have Perkins money for my program will go away. It will die. If I don't have strong workforce money, it will die. If I don't go out and search for other forms of funding, my program goes away. I need money to buy stuff and equipment. Okay, I need to go and recruit and mentor part-time faculty. I need to make sure that I coordinate with my dean to make sure it's posted. I go review the apps. I select which people are going to be interviewed with my fellow faculty. We bring those to the dean. We decide together who's going to be interviewed. We interview. We help them through the paperwork process with HR, make sure they're signed up for training, make sure the class is designed and ready for them, make sure that we're there the first day of class with them, make sure that we're helping them through the process of onboarding at the college and maintaining a good positive relationship and helping them with their programs and their courses improvements, because otherwise our program dies without quality faculty that are industry experts in our local area. We create the schedules for a program and deciding what's best for our program. Then we decide who's going to teach what, and then we submit that to our dean for approval. We redesign our programs every 4 years. We create new programs. We update our certificates. We have to learn new technology. I'm on 3 tenure committees, 6 faculty observations, 3 admin evaluations, student clubs that have lots of meetings and activities. And we run an open lab, open tutoring center that we take turns as faculty covering. We have no staff support in that area. Our staff is amazing in our division, and believe me, without our staff, our programs would die. So thank you so much for staff. We have high school competitions that we host and participate in. We have to form partnerships with local industry so that our students have places to do internships and to work after they finish. We have to maintain our own equipment. We have to learn the new equipment. We set up tools and materials for lab. We order new supplies. We order new tools. And so there's a lot going on. And this is what is today? Tuesday. It's 12-hour days sometimes. It just was what happens. And 40 hours a week, happens sometimes when we have things going on the weekend or in the evenings. And yes, some of these things I do because I want to, because I want my program to survive. But we do have faculty who are required as part of their job to work more than 40 hours a week without teaching any overload, without getting stipends or extra pay, and we really need to communicate with each other. And I apologize, I've gone over my 2 minutes. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the participation in the board meeting. Please, please, please maintain a positive attitude. We should not be engaging in any sort of personal attacks or name calling or accusations. Please know that I personally believe that our administrators are good administrators. We are lucky to have the administrators that we have. If you've been here for longer than 15 years, you know that we are lucky. I do believe there's a disconnect, that maybe there's not a realization of what we do as faculty, and that there is an issue of workload. Maybe there's a disconnect on the understanding that for me, and I can't speak for anyone else. I've talked to this with other people, but for me, if I was going to go look at another job, it would be at a community college. Community college is my industry. That's where I work. I'm not going to go take a job at a K-12. First of all, I don't have a teaching certificate. I know we've brought people from K-12. I would have to ask them, what if you look for a new job, where would you look? Would you look back at the high school? Would you look at another community college? For me, at another community college in a similar community, similar size school, and that's kind of what we're looking at when we compare salaries. And out of the 72 districts in the state, we have the number one top salary district. We have the number 72 bottom salary district. We are currently at number 64. Okay, so we have a lot of room. We're in the We're in the very bottom of the pile here, okay? We need to bring that number up. Even if you feel like, hey, I'm getting paid enough, my workload is fine, realize that if we are number 64 out of 72, we will not attract the best employees who believe that the community college is their industry too. We won't be able to get people from our local experts in our CTE areas because they will have to take even a greater pay cut than if they worked at another community college. It is very difficult to hire nurses and diesel mechanics and heavy equipment operators and systems analysts and welders who are making so much more at their place of employment. We need to bring quality faculty, we need to bring quality staff, and we need to bring quality administrators. And I don't begrudge the administration for their raises. I applaud them. Their administration should not feel selfish for wanting a raise. They should not feel like feel bad for saying, hey, we need to be paid more so that we can attract better people. And I refuse to feel selfish or negative about the fact that I believe that we need a significant raise. I will not feel bad about that because I believe in the community college that we work at, and I believe that if we are engaged as a faculty, we can become a model school. I want the conversation we're having to not be about necessarily about numbers. I'm not going to be looking through the college's budget trying to find money to give us a raise. That's not my job. My job is to show the value that we have. And our value is in what we do with our students, the passion that we have. And we can do great things. There are some things that need to improve. And that's the message. We love working here. We love our administrators. They are good people that are trying to do the best that they can in their circumstances, and we need to realize that and appreciate that. So please be professional in your communications. Please ask questions to anyone you want on campus. Please come to the board meeting ready to have a smile on your face and to go and sit in the board meeting and represent the kind of quality faculty that we are. And we will be sharing the message that we love working here. Here's a few things that we think we need to work on, and we as a faculty are together in this. It's important to us, and that's the message that we want. All right, so I know I've went way over 2 minutes. I'm not even going to look at the clock. So thank you so much. I appreciate it, and I will see you at the board meeting.